Oh, good evening, YouTube. It is another day, another breakdown. Yeah, hood split apart on us. So, we're in the middle of fixing that. Got our first round out and then seen it wasn't working so swell. So we got to fix that. Josh is grinding on it.
What are you saying about me?
I said Josh was grinding on it. I haven't found out about you yet.
Yeah.
This Amish made? Pretty good.
Huh?
Pretty good. So what happened was, so that's what we're working on. Got it pulled back together, and we got a weld on it. Here we go. We need to get some more steel so we can weld over top of that.
Yeah.
That'd help. Slick. Josh does it all. He drives truck, he welds, he skids, he can do everything. Anything. Except bring us lunch.
There is lunch in that truck. No, really. There's a couple steaks in the little cooker.
You got steaks in there?
Yeah, little Sizzler steaks.
You get the idea. I gotta eat some more beef jerky. Venison jerky sticks. See that little hole? What'd you say?
I said flip.
Flip?
Flip.
I just shut the motors off on Josh because I wanted him to be quiet. He flipped out on me. Oh, we gotta look at the hood. It's been just a wild, crazy day. I mean, just non-stop fighting, trying to get wood out. So we focused more on getting wood out than I did recording. Wish I could have recorded, but we got this all fixed. We got it nice and welded down there, welded up here. Raising her up. I'll explain to you what happens here. So, oh, come on. Can't really see, can you? Well, what we got, oh, that ain't gonna work. Paulie wants him. Oh, he's waiting for Tommy. Okay. So what we got is, that's one piece. This is a different piece. What happens is your cylinder is right here. Cylinder lifts it up and down. But if your bolts break and your welds break, right there separates and breaks your feed wheel chain. And you can't get no wood through it, it gets all busted up. So, we had to weld on that. Then we had to put a feed wheel chain on it. So we did all that. Then, I was running it. I told Josh, let me get in there and we're just going to hammer some wood out. I was running it and my little motor started to get up about 210 degrees, which it runs 190 all the time. Just like clockwork. I look and my belts are all loose. I still got to tighten them up. I'm going to do knives here real quick, but it's getting dark. So I got to hustle. You know, always hustling. So, see that. Then I was riding the slasher. Here's when the funny part happened. Not really funny, but Josh jumped in the chipper. I jumped in the slasher. Tom was skidding and Paul was skidding. Mike was cutting. Marty was bucking. There's just so much stuff. So I start slashing. I had a giant rotten popple with a busted off top that was still barely hanging on. So I thought, if I slide it right through here, I grabbed my top, ripped the top off, because if I tried to cut the log, the top would have fell off way back there. So I just helping the skidder guys out a little bit. So I threw the top over there, grabbed it, spun around. Well, on the end of that stupid rotten chunk of popple was a little horn. And that horn swung over when I swung around and hit this right here. And what that did was break that off and start spilling oil. So Josh is running it now and it's spitting oil out. So I jump it, I get on the CB and I say, shut her down, shut her down, shut her down. And he must have had his squelch turned up a little bit, couldn't hear me. Truck driver was like freaking out, like what's going on? So I tell him to shut it down. So Josh is looking around. Like, it's got the engine stop buttons, but he couldn't figure out what was going on. So I jumped out of the slasher. But then he shut it down. And I run over here. And this was the funny part of the truck driver just absolutely, he was laughing, but it was all sudden because he said it was absolutely hilarious. He was backed up to the chipper, and Josh has got his pile right there. And with the truck being right here, I dove in there I dove right through there like Michael Phelps. I mean, I just dove. I was running and I dove through there, and the truck driver said it was the funniest thing he ever seen because my feet was just a-kicking. And you can see where they were still kicking. And I dove through there like Michael Phelps into a 100-meter pool. I went, shut the motor off. Well, then Josh was like, what are you doing? Because he still didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I broke a fitting. So then I got over there, and he just kind of was like, what happened? You know, and I'm like, well, I broke a fitting. And so he's like, oh, good, it's not my fault. I'm like, yeah, it was my fault. I'm still trying to figure out how to blame it on Josh, but I can't figure it out. So, yeah, then we got that fixed. And then this chipper ran for like 5 more minutes, and Josh broke a fitting on the bucket. And it was one of those days where you was just fighting just to get done with the day. It was like just fight. So, we still had a good day, but it was just one of those days where we didn't get any breaks. You don't get a break at all. You don't get to eat lunch. You can eat lunch, but you don't like get to get out and, hey, my back needs a little stretcher or nothing, and eat a sandwich. It was just nonstop work and fighting on this thing. So she acted up a little bit. I hurt her a little bit. Josh hurt her a little bit. I got to get the belts fixed on that fan. And yeah, we just kept going. It just don't stop. There's no stop button. There's no stop button on here. It just go. So it was, yeah, Josh was a little stressed out towards the end of the day. I said, do you want me to run it? And he says, no, I can do it. I just hate fighting these nasty tops here. Some tops are kind of nasty. I think I got set up, to be honest. I was slashing logs, And I think Paulie was setting me up. I think I got set up. I know I got set up. I think I got set up. There's different types of wood. There's some areas where there's really nice straight logs in the popple. And there's some really rotten, nasty, curvy, crooked, rotten, punky, nasty, giant logs. All of a sudden, all these nice white ones quit coming up. Now, there's some white ones back there. Trust me, I was skinned them. They're straight poles for 70 feet, and there's not a crook in them, and they're beautiful white logs. I get all these rotten, nasty yellow ones. That's how it goes some days. So me and Josh were fighting through those. We got through it. Another day's done. I got to change knives before it gets dark. But yeah, I dove through it like Michael Phelps, man. It was incredible. The truck driver said it was absolutely hilarious. It was that truck driver's birthday, so he said this is like kind of enjoyable to be at work because it's pretty funny. So he was there with us the whole time we were broke down today for hours. But yeah, we welded on that. We were broke down for about 2 hours fixing that hood. And I broke the fitting and I fixed that in 5-10 minutes. And then Josh broke a fitting and we fixed that in 5 or 10 minutes. But it was a bugger today. It was a bugger, but you got through it. But yeah, I was diving in them chips, man. It was incredible. So I was hoping that maybe the longer I made videos, maybe Josh would start doing knives, but he's just texting. So I gotta do knives. It ain't gonna take me that long. Get that baby going. Do knives. See if I can find the numbers on those belts. And I am done for the day. I am done for the day, baby. Days like this, you guys, let's keep rolling. That's what you do. Fight through that, baby. Woo! Josh says he loves all you guys.